Hi, everybody. Good Tuesday to you. Jamie King with you now, Fox 35 Storm Center. Want to update you on what was once 95L, Invest 95L. We've been talking about it for a couple days now. Hurricane Center, as 11 a.m., has crowned this tropical depression number 13, and it's got that look on the satellite right now, continuing to organize, and that trend will continue through the day today and the foreseeable future. Current winds at 35 miles per hour, moving west-northwest at 15, pressure at 1,008 millibars, but look at this. Tremendous rapid intensification through the back end of the work week and into the coming weekend. By Sunday at 8 a.m., winds at 140 miles per hour. We're talking about a Category 4 hurricane during that time. Now, I know you see the track cone with a general direction toward the southeastern states, Florida in particular. Here's the deal, though. We don't know a whole lot about where this ultimately is going to go. The forecast models have generally been curving this back on out to sea, but with something this strong, we obviously got to keep an eye on it, and a stronger storm of that magnitude would want to rotate poleward, right, heading northbound, versus a weaker storm that would maybe take more of a westerly type track. So again, analysis is going to be in play over the next few days, right? As we learn more, we'll continue to update you, as well as our partners down in Miami at the National Hurricane Center. But the tropics ablaze. We've been talking about this now as we approach what we call the climatological peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. That occurs on September 10th. So again, the Atlantic doing what it's supposed to be doing. Water temperatures have been above the norm, so again, we have a lot of hot water to work with out over the Atlantic, and overall, quite frankly, an environment that can really foster tropical development and in a very fast way as well. Looking at the track on this again, Category 4 by the weekend, I mean, that speaks for itself. Latest tropical models we've got hot and fresh for you here in the Storm Center at Fox 35, showing us that little bit of a lift there to the north and northwest. Time will tell on that. One thing I've noticed, though, in the GFS or American model has been a solution generally kind of north of the Caribbean islands, the Windward Islands, all the way up to Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, and then that big gradual turn here as we get to Tuesday, September 12th, and then kind of paralleling the Atlantic seaboard, likely spraying the whole region with distant ocean swell of pretty large magnitude. So I'd expect, at least on the GFS track, rip current potential sky high, large battering damaging waves, especially during times of higher tide, and rip currents like out of mind, right? Out of sight. It's going to be that big of a threat. Looking here at the forecast wind gusts in our exclusive Fox model, this model also kind of speaking about the impacts from this. The high winds over the Atlantic, the real deep center of circulation there. That's a major hurricane right there indicated by our exclusive Fox model. So I want to get a little bit into the nuts and bolts of the steering currents with this particular system, soon to be Tropical Storm Lee. It looks like high pressure will remain over the open Atlantic. Could be some front or an elongated low, a trough of low pressure developing over the Atlantic seaboard, according to a lot of different models right now. So anything that would come out of that southerly direction, feeling the influence of the high, feeling the impact or influence of low pressure straddling the Atlantic seaboard, maybe we see this repelled, kind of deflected away from the shoreline and a bit more out to sea. Time will tell on that, but that's one thing we did notice this morning. But again, keeping in mind the very hot sea surface temperatures right now, an overall environment that has lessened wind shear, those winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere that can sometimes work in opposition to a tropical system spinning up, let alone maintaining its integrity. So again, we'll see what happens, but the Atlantic, quite frankly, doing what it should be doing right now, despite the El Nino phase that has come on in. We did look for lessened impacts, lessened storm development, but clearly that's not been the case. So I advise you all, again, let this serve as a reminder that we're entering the peak. Maybe check up on your hurricane supplies and know that this thing is out there. We here will take care of the weather, the meteorology, and all this, advising you, guiding you, keeping you safe is our top priority. So as the updates come in, our team here at Fox 35 and the Fox 35 Storm Center will give you all the updates. Again, nothing to hide here. So let's just ride this out together as the system hopefully begins to make a turn on out to sea, and the impacts from that would be that increase in ocean swell energy. Outside of that, that's the best information we've got. More to come. Join us tonight, Fox 35 News at 5. Another update for this system will be out at 2 p.m. and again at 5 p.m. For Fox 35, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Again, Tropical Depression 13 alive, well, and breathing strong in the tropical Atlantic. More to come. Take care.